Finding the best personal backpack for you that serves your purposes is very hard to do because there are just so many backpacks out there. Well, today I'm going to show you a backpack that can either be your one and done backpack or a backpack that you can take an additional item with. It's up to you. So stay tuned. So this is the Bagsmart Blast Pro 40-liter bag. And I have to tell you, this bag totally blew me away because the attention to detail on this bag, I have only seen on more expensive bags. And I'm talking about bags that are $200 and $300 bags. And this bag does it for far less. So let's get into some of the details of the bag and I'll show you why this bag is really impressive. Now this is a 40-liter bag, which means that it's carry-on size. But this bag can also be used for dual duty if you're taking it as a personal size item, because its depth is 8.5, which you can compress down and make it a personal item size. Its height is 17.5, also personal item size. And its width here is 13, and again, personal item size. So this bag can do dual duty as a carry-on size bag and as a personal item size bag. Now this bag is made out of ripstop nylon, which not only makes it waterproof, but it also makes it 10% lighter than all their other materials before. Another really important upgrade to point out to you is that the bag uses only YKK zippers, which is a huge improvement over their previous bags. So just there, this bag is in a class of its own. Now in the front of this bag, you have this really nice elasticy pocket, which I like because you can throw a jacket in here and not have to wear it if you don't want to wear it. In the top compartment over here, again with this really nice fabric, not nylon fabric, you have a key leash that is detachable. You have a pocket here, a pen pocket here, another pocket here, and this pocket is so deep. I want you to see how deep this pocket is, that you could use it for virtually anything, and it wouldn't make a bump in this bag. On the top of the bag, you have another pocket here with a zippered compartment here and two smaller compartments for your smaller items and your bits and pieces. And this too is made out of that really soft fabric. These are all big upgrades from previous bags that they have made. And you also have this water bottle compartment here, and it's also lined with that really nice fabric. So you can put other things into this water bottle compartment if you want to use it as a storage compartment. It also has 4 compression straps on all 4 sides so that you can compress down this bag. And that's what I meant by you could make this bag as big or as small as you want it to be and still use it as a personal size item. Now this bag has no shortage of handles. It has one here on the top, one here on the side, and one here on the bottom, which is very good because if you are packing this out full and you do want to put it into the overhead, it's easy to do it with 2 handles. And this makes it easy to hold this way if that's what you choose to do. Now here we are in the back of the bag. And there's a couple of things I need to point out to you. There's a big computer compartment, and it's made also out of this light colored, really soft, well padded material. And I think that that's a huge upgrade in itself. And it can hold up to a 16-inch computer and even a tablet or e-reader. And over here, you have additional storage for tech that you might want to take along. Now there's something I want to point out about this computer compartment. They have taken a lot of time to think about this because this computer compartment has a false bottom, which means the computer compartment ends about here. So if you drop the bag, your computer is not going to get damaged. And on the inside, they took great care to put these little bumpers here on the side, so there's no way that your computer can get damaged from the side if you happen to drop it accidentally on its side. And I also want to show you that they thought about even locking your computer compartment because the zippers come together and you can just slip on this lock, which is a TSA lock, so you know that everything is secure. So when I talk about Bagsmart, thinking a lot about how they wanted to build out this bag, they really did give it a lot of thought. Now in the back here, there's even more pockets. So I want to point out that there's a back pocket here that you can keep the stuff that you want to keep close to you, like your passport, and maybe you want to put an air tag in there, stuff like that. And I also want to point out that there's another pocket here that has RFID protection. So you don't have to worry if you put your wallet or your credit cards or even your passport here, no one's going to be able to scan it. Now the back of the bag has a trolley pass-through, which is really great design because if you're using this bag as a personal size item, then you would be throwing it on top of the carry-on, and it provides for that. Now, this is where this bag really shines. and is unusual for bags at this price point. First of all, the back is very, very well cushioned and allows for airflow. Also, the straps are very well cushioned, which adds to the comfort of carrying it on your back. Now, the bag has adjustments here at the bottom, which is pretty common for most bags, but what this bag has, which is not common on most of these bags, is load lifters. And load lifters help you bring up the backpack and takes the strain off of your shoulders. It also has a sternum strap, which I would expect on this bag. But here's the thing that's really unique. It has an adjustable hip belt, which really helps to relieve any weight that could come from this bag. Now, a bag at this price point usually doesn't come with a hip belt, and I thought that that was really, really a bonus on this bag. Now, this hip belt is also cushioned, so when you're wearing it, it's really comfortable on your hips. So this is the inside of the bag, and you'll see first here on the lid are two compartments here. And this is a wet compartment. And what I really like about this wet compartment is that it is really a deep wet compartment. So you can get some really good packing into this bag. So you don't have to use it as a wet compartment if you don't want to, or you can use it for anything like dirty clothing or even your liquids. On this side of the bag is another compartment here. You could do some more packing here, like socks, underwear, that kind of stuff. Now the inside of the bag comes also with good compression. And I like that because you have compression from the outside and you have compression on the inside. And I think that that's really important. Now here's something I didn't show you before, which is that this bag has a shoe compartment. And I didn't show you that before because I wanted you to see how it works. Now normally I hate shoe compartments because they eat into the inside of the bag. But this shoe compartment doesn't bother me that much because it can be rolled up and put away on the inside, or you can use it as much or as little as you like because it is hidden in here. And there is the shoe compartment, which you access from here at the bottom of the bag. And you can see why I don't generally like shoe compartments because look at it, it's laying in there. Now, if you're using the shoe compartment for dirty laundry, that means you have less packing in here, and maybe that will work for you. Or you could just roll it up part of the way and tuck it in like that, and then you can maybe put a pair of flat shoes in here. But this bag gives you the option of having either a shoe compartment or not having a shoe compartment, and I really like that. Now I'm going to be packing out this bag with a transitional pack, which means it can take you from cooler weather to warmer weather, and it's a large pack. So I want you to understand how much this bag can hold. Now you might want to pack out this bag lighter, but if you're a chronic overpacker, you can see how much you can get into this bag. Now I've shown you an awful lot of different ways you can use this backpack, and if you have any questions for me about alternative methods, please drop it in the comment section below or any other questions you might have. And I've also got an additional 10% discount code if you're interested in this bag. Also, if you found this video informative or you liked it in any way, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button because that tells YouTube you'd like to see more of my content. So here's the Blast Pro 40-liter backpack fully packed out for 2 weeks worth of travel, including everything that I would have inside my personal item. So let's go through the bag and I'll show you how I laid it out. Now I want you to know that I've measured out this bag and it makes compliance as a carry-on item. And I want you to understand that this now qualifies as a carry-on item, not a personal size item. Now let's do the weight of the bag. And I want you to take into consideration that this bag is fully packed out with not only clothing, but also all my personal items. And this bag comes in as 22.7 with everything. And here I am with the Bagsmart Blast Pro bag on my back, fully packed out, and I have to say that the bag is very comfortable. Now, if you're wondering about this bulge here in the front of the bag, have no fear. It's just me being lazy because in this front pocket, which is what this pocket is meant for, and that's why it has so much give to it, is my fold-up jacket, which I just adore because I can fold it into this little tiny pouch like this. I can use it as a pillow on the plane, and I can wear it as a jacket if the plane gets too cool. I just love this jacket. It's a must-have item. So now let's get into the rest of the pockets that I have here. So now the bag makes compliance. With that bulge, it didn't, but I could take this out and wear it if I wanted to. On the top here, where I have that nice little soft compartment, I just put my glasses because that's all I really needed. In the front of the bag, I have the items that I need to get quickly, which is everything that I need to get through TSA. So, my toiletry bag and my airline comfort bag. Also here in the front of my bag are my glasses, my pen, and my new international plug that folds up so nice and flat, and I can stick it anywhere. And that's what I like about this one. And then my water bottle compartment is my umbrella, but you knew that. I always do that. Now, in the back of the bag, of course, I have my computer. And this bag can hold a much bigger computer than my 13-inch computer. Also in the back here is my tech bag right over here, where I can get hold of it nice and easy. This pocket really is so big that I could have put it in the bottom, but I didn't. So let's get into what I actually packed in the bag. Now, I did end up using this compartment down here, but only just a little bit, because I stored one of 2 pairs of shoes that are actually packed in this bag. That tells you how much this bag can hold. And on the inside of the bag, this is the way I packed it. I put my socks and bras in here and all my underwear in here. And because these pockets really have a lot of give to them, I could actually use them for meaningful packing. On the inside of the bag, I have my straightener, but you didn't think I could get that in there, a brush with my rubber band on it, my meds. After I decompress the bag, I also have a crossbody bag, another pair of shoes in here. I have to tell you, I love these Vivier shoes. They are the best because they pack up so small. In this middle-sized compression cube, I did not compress it, but I have a ton of clothing in here. Let me show you what I got in this bag. I have 1, 2, 3 sweaters, a cardigan, 3 long sleeve shirts, and 6 short sleeve shirts. That is more than anyone would need for 2 weeks. And I put it all in this bag. Now this compression cube is compressed. And I want to point out to you that I use the Bagsmart compression cubes, not only because they're really good uncompressed, as you just saw, I could get a ton of stuff in there. I can use them compressed like this and still get a ton of stuff in there. Not only that, I can interchange them between the bags. So if I happen to have the small personal item bag, I can still use the same set of compression cubes. And I think that's smart and economical because you don't have to buy another set of compression cubes. So let's see what I got into this bag. My pajamas, a jumpsuit, a dress, leggings, white pair of pants, my jeans. Now I wouldn't take more than this if I was taking a carry-on, and I got it all into this one backpack, which is pretty outstanding because it held it all and it didn't even feel bad on my back. Now I know some of you are going to ask me if you can do this with the blast bag unzipped and fully expanded, and I'm going to tell you, no, you cannot, because there's a lot of things that I'm missing in here. Now, while I got all my clothing in here, I am missing these pair of shoes, my straightener, 1 bag of airline comfort stuff, another bag of airline comfort stuff, my seat cushion, my slippers, my little jacket, and my international cube. And that's an awful lot of stuff. And this bag is fully packed. So this should make a big difference in your thinking process about the way you're picking your bag, because this bag is a great one and done bag. And if you have to expand it for some extra stuff, you can, and you know that it's there. This bag will not let you go away for 2 weeks unless you're packing really extremely lightly. And believe me, I can do this, but some of you might not want to do this. So if you're picking a one and done bag and you pack a lot of stuff, this isn't your bag. But if you can do it with a capsule wardrobe, then this is your bag. But the Blast 40 Liter Pro is for you overpackers who don't want to take a rolling bag and still want to pack everything that you need. And because I can also use this bag as a personal size item bag, I kind of really like that. And as you saw before, I really couldn't get everything into the smaller Blast bag that I could get into this bag. So you do have that option. Now, some of you might not want a big bag like this, and I totally get that, because this is not about what I like. This is about what you like. So here are some of my final thoughts about this backpack. I think the Blast 40 Liter Pro bag is an outstanding bag. Its quality is top notch, and it is very comfortable to wear. So if you're looking for a backpack that can do it all, is your one and done, this is it. If you don't want wheels, if you don't want a backpack that's just a little too small as a personal item bag, this bag fills the void for all those other bags. I've received other bags at much higher price points than this, and I did not like them as much as I like this bag. Because for me, that's one of the things that I take into consideration when choosing a backpack. And if you'd like to see a full review of the other Blast backpack, check out this video over here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!